Hello students, today we are going to see about the hierarchy inheritance with method overrides, parent class, child class constructors and runtime polymorphism called as dynamic method dispatch. You can see the design. I have taken as package P2 with the parent class as a box which contains some instance members, LBH value and one parametric constructor box of L, B, H values and one display method, instance method which returns void. And the box class is acting as a parent class which is derived into two child classes. One is box weight, another one is color box. Box weight class contains member as W and there is one parametric constructor box weight with all the parameters, and there is one override method called display. Display method is there in parent class and as well as child classes. And the box weight can derive one more child class called color box which contains some instance parameter color, and there is one parameter is constructors and one parameter constructor is there, and some instance method display method is override methods. So display method is override in two child classes, box class and box weight, and box class and color box. So these two child having override method display, and I am going to implement demo class as a main. Now listen, this is designed for hierarchy inheritance. Here methods also override and parent class and child class also constructors. Now let's apply the runtime polymorphism of these methods. Let's see the designs. So this design we can implement in Eclipse. Let's go to Eclipse. I want to implement the classes. So first class I want to implement box class. Contains three instance member LBH value, one parameter constructor and one display methods. Then box weight class contains one instance variable W and one parameter constructor and display methods. And color box is also child classes extended from box class which contains one color string parameters, one parameter constructor, one instance method, display methods. So display is override from the parent class and as well as child classes. And demo class which contains the main method. So here I want to create the object of the parent classes. So I am creating the parent class object. Let's take this one box. That's I want to create as box object equal to new. Here if you given as box, you see here I am creating parent class object with the parent class reference bx equal to new bx box of. So if you given this one, the parent object can access only parent class properties. This object can never access child class properties. The parent object will refer always only parent class methods and members only. It never access child class properties. Now here I am going to change this one. Instead of box I am going to write as box weight. Now we can understand this one. This kind of strategy is called as runtime polymorphism or dynamic method dispatch. The parent object is bx with referring child reference, which is referring child class reference new box weight. This is called as child class instance. That is parent object referring child class instance. Parent object referring child class instance called as dynamic method dispatch. Now box weight class contains some parameters. I want to pass the parameters here with box weight. So I given this input for box weight constructors. This is one box is a parent class, bx is a parent object, new box weight is nothing but child class reference. Parent object with the child reference called as dynamic method dispatch. Now I called the constructor, box weight constructor is called. So here I can go to child classes, box weight constructor. So when I am implementing child constructor, first I want to implement parent class constructor by using superof. So by using superof function, I want to call the parent class constructor. I want to pass the parent class parameters, LBH values. Now by using superof function, I called the parent class constructor. Now control is transferred to parent class. Here LBH values. So here LBH value is a local parameter and as well as instance parameters. So if you want to differentiate, I can use this keywords. So I can write this dot L equal to L and this dot B equal to B. And I can write this dot H equal to H. Now all the parent class instance variables are initialized. Then this super of function is completed. Then I want to initialize the weight parameters. So here I can write this dot w equal to w. You see this one here in demo class. I am creating parent object with child reference. So here child class constructor is called. I am passing 4 parameters in box weight, L value, B value, H value, and as well as W. So when I am implementing child constructor, first you have to build the parent constructor by using superof. So by using superof, I called the parent class. That's box class constructor is called. Here instance variable LB is also getting initialized by using this keyword. Now this box weight class constructor is over. Now listen. Now by using bx, I can access what are things you can see here. By using bx, I can access all the parent class members and methods. Parent class members and methods. This is one LBH values is box class, and referring display method. Display method is referring as parent class display methods. But this parent object can never access child properties. Suppose by using dynamic method dispatch, this parent object can access only child class override methods. It never accesses child class remaining instance method, remaining concrete methods. If you are using dynamic method dispatch, the parent object can refer only parent class members, parent class method plus child class override methods. So if I am calling bx.display, you see here display method is referring a parent class. So at the time of compilation, bx.display it refers the parent class display method. But after executing the programs, the bx.display it go to the child class display method. This is called as runtime polymorphism. After executing the programs, the compiler will decide to move to for child classes. Right? Before executing the programs, now bx.display indicates that it is referring only the same class display method. This is one. If you given display, that display is referring as class name as box. It is referring only class name as box class only. But after executing this program, this box object will only child class override methods. Now I want to go to here. Here display method is available. So here I want to display the methods. I am writing output. It's box weight display, and I am writing as weight equal to plus. So box weight display I am writing this one. Then I want to call parent class display method, so I can write super.display. Then I want to display the weight parameters also here. You see the output, then you can understand. So when I'm giving this one here, bx.display, display method is referring as parent class display method, Before compilation, before executing programs, it refer only parent class display method. But after executing this program, bx.display will refer only child class override methods. Because if you are using dynamic method dispatch, the parent object can refer only child class override methods. That's the only flexibility we can access the child classes through the parent object. Now in this display method, I am displaying its box weight display method. Again I am calling super.display. By using super keyword, I can access immediate parent class methods. So here I am going to display the methods here. Here I want display message. It's box display. Then I am displaying the box dimensions here. That's L equal to L. I am displaying box dimensions. After displaying box dimensions, I am displaying the weight also. Now let's execute the demo programs. Let's see the outputs. You see here line number 5 bx.display, before compilation, before executing programs, it is referred to parent class display method. It's showing that bx.display of box classes. But after executing this one, see if you see the methods, you can understand. p2.box.display. The display method is referring parent class, but after executing the program, it referred only child class box weight display methods. Then from that box weight display method, I called super.display, so it's calling as parent class display method and printing parent class members and methods. parent class data is displayed. Then after that I'm displayed weight data. So this kind of procedure is called as dynamic method dispatch, runtime polymorphisms. Let's create one more object. The same object I can use here, bx equal to new. I'm going to change the child reference, color box. This I'm writing as color box of. I'm writing this 1, 10, 11 and 12. I'm writing as color as green. You see now you can understand. Object name is bx. Object name is bx, that is parent object. But here I am referring different child as color box. So parent object with the child reference. Parent object with child reference. Here I mentioned as. Let's give different dimension here. Let's take a different dimensions here. 1, 2, 3. So here the parent object is bx with child reference color box. I am passing 3 parameters with the color parameter also green. Now this color box constructor is getting called. Now I want to call the parent class constructor by using super off. So I can initialize here like that. Then I want to initialize the color parameters. This dot color equal to color. Now see, understand here. Now bx is parent object which is referring child memory. This kind of procedure called as dynamic method dispatch, runtime polymorphisms. Now if this is 1, if you given again bx dot display, it can refer all the parent class properties and which can access only child class override method. Now bx is referring child class is color box. If you given bx dot display, now this is 1, this bx dot display methods. See here, display method is referring only box class. So you can understand here, p2 package, box class, display method. While before executing programs, this bx object can refer only the parent class display method. But after executing this program, it go to child class override methods. So here I am displaying the message as its color box display. Then I want to call the parent class super dot display. Then I am displaying the color values. You execute this program, you can understand the output. Let's hide all this one. Let implement only the box class. You can understand the programs. Firstly, displaying color box display method. That is, here the method is displaying referring only as parent class. Before executing programs, it refer parent class display method, but after executing a program, it refer only child class display methods, override methods. So parent object can have access to child class override methods only. So then from that one, I called the parent class display method by using super keyword. Then I am displaying color data. Let's combine all now. This is one. Now box object, parent object is created with child reference box weight. Then I called display method. Display methods go to only box weight display methods. Then after that the memory is going to change now. Same bx object I am giving child reference, another child color box. Again I am given bx dot display. Before executing programs it refer parent class. After executing it go to color box display methods. Now this one you will get all outputs now. You see here, first line number 5 it's printing as box weight, and again I called the box display and box weight display. And line number 7 I'm changing this one. Line number 7 I changed the bx object reference with color box. Now color box is displayed and color also displayed. So this kind of implementation is called as hierarchy inheritance with the dynamic method dispatch, runtime polymorphisms. So runtime polymorphism you can achieve only that method overrides. So you can see design, you can understand. Parent class also have display method and child class also have display method. They also have display methods. And all the classes having constructor. When I am implementing child constructor, you must implement the parent class constructor. So this is the way we can implement the hierarchy inheritance with the method overrides, parent child constructors and runtime polymorphisms. Thank you. Thanks for watching.